Hello, good day, and welcome to the Diary of a Pan-African Preacher. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. So says an African proverb. Things have to change. That was the constant expression I heard on a recent visit to West Africa. I had taken the opportunity to engage some of the young people about the recent coups that had taken place in the region. There were impatient calls for change. There were calls for change to the status quo, that is, the entrenched foreign interests, nepotism, corruption, inequity, and poverty that dominates the region. The call for change was especially vitriolic among the youth. Herein lies Africa's greatest potential and simultaneously Africa's greatest challenge: the continent's youth bulge. Through the internet and social media, they now have access to greater amounts of information and developments in other countries. This demographic sub-Saharan wonder will result in close to 1 billion more youth in Africa by 2050. How will Ecowas, the Economic Community of West African States, absorb its 15 to 24-year-olds into the ranks of the employed? This situation will be further exasperated by the rural to urban migration that has historically taken place in African nations. The challenge that this youthful population brings to ECOWAS is that they see the organization differently. ECOWAS' commitment to democracy is understood by the youth as a maintenance of the status quo. The status quo that is not delivering good governance in terms of social, economic, and political deliverables. So they are becoming increasingly suspicious of the democratic ideal, one that calls for regular general elections, but delivers slow progress when it comes to meaningful jobs, food security, and poverty reduction. Amilcar Cabral warned that what the people are fighting for in Africa are not ideas. They are fighting for material benefits to live better and in peace, to see their lives go forward, to guarantee the future of their children. The tragedy of the spate of coups in Mali, Guinea, Chad, Sudan, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Gabon are the knock-on impact that they have on African unity. The divisions they present to African regional leadership will negatively impact one of the most promising endeavors in the continent's history, that is the Africa Continental Free Trade Era. The African Union, and its constituent regional economic communities, such as ECOWAS, must address the matter of standardization and implementation of good governance that tackles the tangible deliverables and expectations of Africa's youth. If there are to be confidence in Africa's leadership, integrity in our systems, and faith in our youth, we must take the courageous actions required to speak truth to power and make investments in our youthful populations that will push them to excellence and bring our continent into greater prosperity. Ashe.